Hi and welcome to this video, which is part of the preparation course for the PEng technical exam on engineering management. Today we will cover the balance sheets, finances for non-financial managers. We will explain the tool, its main components, and how to use it to make decisions, which is very important for all engineering managers and project managers as well. Then we will see a practical example, and lastly we will have a look on how this was asked about and appeared in previous engineering management exams. Now let's start. Balance sheet. It is a tool used to assess the current financial situation of a company. It has two sides. On the left we have the assets, on the right we have the liabilities and owner's equity, and we will talk about each component separately now. On the left side we have the assets. Assets can be current or non-current. Current assets are cash on hand or assets that are expected to be converted to cash within a short period of time, usually within 1 year, like inventory, products on the shelves, accounts receivable. Non-current assets, also known as fixed assets, are long-term resources. For example, machines used in the factory, the plant of the factory itself, the real estate. Also intangible assets like patents. All these can be converted to cash, but usually within longer period of time. So all of that information is calculated and considered on the left side of the balance sheet. Now the right side. We have liabilities and equity. Liabilities are the company's debts or obligations from a financial point of view. They can be current, like debts due within short period of time, usually less than a year, or long-term liabilities, like debts that are due after more than a year. Last part and the most important one is the owner's equity or the shareholder's equity. This represents the net worth of the company. Now we can see a simple example on the screen for a balance sheet. And by the way, all the images and illustrations used in this presentation were prepared using AI tools. As you can see here on the left, we have the assets. All of them are considered and calculated. And on the right side, we have the liabilities. And then in the bottom, we have the owner's equity, and the sum of all the right side exactly matches the sum on the left side. Now the question is, how can we use balance sheets to make management decisions? Let's imagine that there is a proposed project, and now the management board needs to make a decision to either invest in it or not. First thing to look at is the current financial situation of the company by reviewing the balance sheet. While reviewing the balance sheet, we can see the assets and comparing them to liabilities. If the assets are more than liabilities, which means that the owner's equity is high, that means the current situation is healthy, and accordingly the company can afford investing in a project, because as you know, usually in the first phases, the development phases of any new project, we invest money in it before we start getting any revenue back. So to be able to afford that, we need to have a positive equity, which comes out of the balance sheet. If the situation is not that case, we can't afford to take that new initiative and we need to reconsider it. And that's how you can make decisions using the balance sheet, which is important not only for financial managers but also for you engineering manager or project manager. Now, finally, let's look at how this appeared in previous exams. I have checked so many years of exams, engineering management exams for PEng, and I have found it repeating literally with the same wording in several exams. And the question was very direct. State the components of a balance sheet and define each component, which we have already covered in this video. Thanks for watching and have a good day. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Thanks.